feet hurt. So let me tell you about this conversation I had at work. So I was talking to my security guard. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. Whoa. So I was talking to my security guard, right? And he is a guard who we've had before, but then he left and now he's back. I remember before he left, he was like telling us that he was gonna propose to his girlfriend. So today I was talking to him. I was like, "Did you get to propose to your girlfriend?" He was like, "Yeah," but she kind of didn't accept it. So we got to talking about it, and he was just like, she said I was doing too much and I'm moving too fast. I was like, well, how long have you guys been together? Over 2 years. I was like, and how are you doing too much? He was like, she just said she had a lot to think about. She's about to leave the country, and it's just so much. I'm like, oh, so she want to bang other people. That's pretty much what that is. She wants to screw other people. And he just kind of looked at me. I was like, well, that's what it is. I mean, like, I'm a cute little girl, but I grew up with dudes. And I'm sorry, women do it better. Guys want to be in denial, but we do it better. And that's just what it is. Because if we're in this committed relationship and we've talked about this, then she don't want you. So we're like talking, and he's like, I just don't get it because I'm the perfect guy. I was like, how you the perfect guy and you single? So he was like, nah, that's what girls tell me all the time. I was like, well, what makes you perfect? What is it that you do? He was like, I am perfect, right? I was like, I don't know what your lifestyle is like, dude. I can't tell you whether or not you're perfect. So he was like, I take them out to dates, and I get and I get to know them, and I ask them questions about that. I was like, and that's doing too much? He was like, well, that's what my girlfriend or ex-girlfriend thinks doing too much is. So I was like, so what kind of girls do you attract? So we get to talking, and he's telling me about physical beauty, which is fine. I mean, like, you want to be attracted, you want to be physically attracted to the person that you're with in some sense. But if that's the sole basis of what attracts you to a female, then you're doomed to fail. And he's telling me, like, chicks be vindictive and like they just look so good, and I think they're a great person, but then we get into the thick of it and they're not this great person. And I'm just like, but you're just going off of vain and narcissism. Like, you're just going after someone because she's pretty. You're not taking the time to get to know her before you engage in a relationship, right? So he's like, oh, when you say it like that, I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, so then I asked him, like, do you fall in love easily? He was like, oh, I don't know. But that's a good question. I was like, I know. That's why I asked it. So I think with him, he's searching so hard for something that he's lacking but has not seen yet. And that's what I said to him. It's nothing bad, but I think a lot of people do that. I've even made that mistake several times. Like, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket because I'm trying to fill a void that I left open. It's not like somebody left me and, oh my God, this big hole is in my heart now because that person left. No, that person left for a reason. It's up to me to fill that void because I'm strong and I'm great whether I'm with or without someone. And I think a lot of people fail that. A lot of people think that they can only be great with a person with them. That's not the case. I mean, at least not for me. Like, I love me. I get on my nerves. I make myself laugh. I'm happy-go-lucky. I get real sad. I talk myself out of depression. I talk myself out of a cliff. I talk myself into doing great things for myself. It's just like every day I'm learning something new about myself, and I'm becoming a whole. And I don't need another person to make me whole. And I know that. It is always great to have another person, and I'm grateful that I do have a person. But if that person chooses to leave, I'm fine by myself. And I don't think a lot of people accept that. It's just like, no, I know I'm great, but I can be greater if said person was with me. No. I mean, it is the person's job, like, once you're in a relationship, to communicate, to help you be better, to help you be greater than what you are. Yes, I'm not knocking that. However, if you can't do that for yourself, then what's the point of being with someone? You can't rely on someone to make you happy. You can't rely on someone to be your saving grace. You have to be that for yourself. And I think that's what my guard is lacking, honestly. But this is all just based off of one conversation. And I was telling my boyfriend about it. I was like, oh, I had this really, really interesting conversation. And the guy said he was perfect. And I was like, what makes you perfect if you're single? He was like, why couldn't you just say there's different variations to being single or being perfect? Because I want to know what makes you perfect and you're single. Because if you were the perfect guy, because everyone's looking for that perfect someone, right? If you were the perfect guy, you wouldn't be single. Food for thought. That's all I'm saying. Food for thought.